I think we have not put the Kenyan person in the middle of our politics. Our politics is still around the leaders, and that is why we have a problem. Because why would, for example, right now, the deputy president and the president and leaders from across the divide have a tussle about this thing, and they all purport it is about common mwananchi, when common mwananchi has not even come out in any forum to complain about the whole thing. I think the time we will have it better is when the common mwananchi will be in the middle of our politics. Right now, the politics is still, even if I project things and move it the direction of common mwananchi, but deep in my heart, it is still about me somehow. How is it going to turn out for me at the end? So I am not pushing the agenda with clear mind and heart that this is about the people, and I don't care what becomes of me after that, as long as the people are sorted. So that is not what is going on. But Mark, for me, it is still wrong, both the 1 man, 1 shilling, or 1 man, 1 kilometer, 1 vote, whatever, all of them still looks wrong to me. Because the 1 man, 1 shilling is, you see, this whole problem started when some of the elites of our nation brought the tyranny of numbers. This is a problem we started from the tyranny of numbers. So the tyranny of numbers, whether was proven scientifically or not, engineered the country towards a certain thinking, that certain parts of this country have more people than the rest of the country combined. So this is what is in the head of anybody coming from Mount Kenya, that we are many. So when the narrative of 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling is brought, it is supposed to make us get more money than we are getting now. And the other side of the country are feeling like it is supposed to take more money in that direction than our direction. So the person who gave us the narrative of tyranny of numbers is the person who brought the problem we are now trying to deal with. It served very well for that time, but now it is the same people it served is the same people it is now giving the problem, if you remember. Now, the 1 kilometer, 1 thing is also not solving the problem anyway, because we can still ask, 1 kilometer in North Hor has how many homesteads? Compared to my village in Awendo, I'm also a villager now. I'm also getting into the village now. So in my village in Awendo, 1 kilometer can have so many homes. And every home has a household with an average of around 4 or 5 people. Mother, father, and maybe 3 children around there. So if you now talk about 1 kilometer, why do we need to give you a 1 kilometer with 2 homes or no home at all? Because some places in this country, 1 kilometer stretch has no home completely. So why should we be putting money in a 1 kilometer with nobody when we have somewhere in Budalangi where there is 1 kilometer and 20 homes? So those are all conversations we need to. So for me, none of these two is a good formula for the country. I would have loved us to go back to devolution and look at how devolution, audit devolution properly, and see some of the functions that national government has not accepted to relieve completely to the county government, and also look at the issue of corruption in the county governments and see how do we tighten everything around the governance at the county level, so that whatever is pushed to the county in terms of allocation is actually getting to the people. Because the whole idea of getting devolution was to get governance closer to the people, and that governance was not about talking, it was about service. So we were supposed to, that is why they devolved things like health, which is a very critical thing. So we could have seen 10 years after devolution, or more than 10 years after devolution, do we devolve more? Like in the sector of education. Right now, the county government only has the early childhood, but they don't have anything else with the education. Maybe on the table like this, we would have been having government and experts discussing, how about we probably take the infrastructure to the county and leave the staffing for schools, exam, and all that to the national government, so that the county government, we could give you more money and build as many schools as you can. Maybe we would not be stuck in the 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling against the 1 kilometer. So for me, the two discussions are still not very right for the country, from my perspective. We need to abandon the whole thing. 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling, abandoned. 1 man, 1 kilometer is abandoned. And then we are coming to the table and saying, what do we have now? How is service getting to the people? If it is about education, this has been the formula. So how do we better the existing formula? Because 1 man, 1 vote will take us to a politics that we will not get out of.
Yeah.
The politics we will get, whatever will get worse is when the National Bureau of Statistics will go back for the next census. It will create a huge problem, and even the census will not come out right because people will lie.
Yeah.
Trust me, my people in the village will say, we are 3 in Nairobi. If they are counting at home and my father is asked how many sons, he will count me 3 times. He will count Meshach, he will count Odede.